Alright, I believe this thing is live now. I certainly hope so. I'm going to be doing a Let's Play here on the Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project, version 0.92. Don't let that fool you. That's they just didn't want to update the splash screen. We're not going to hate them for that. They had bigger things to fix than the 0.8 to 0.9 jump. Anyway, we're going to do a high Middle Ages campaign, and the reason for that is because it's a lot less boring in my opinion, and B, you don't have to wait so long to get all the really fun, good stuff. So, with that in mind, we'll go ahead and hop right to. I guess we should probably read this first, you know, in the interest of being a good LPer. So the 13th century, a century of religious conflicts, a century of conquerors, a century of total war. Nice name drop there. A year in which the medieval world is as volatile as never before. All over Europe, conflicts are inbound. In the Iberian Peninsula, the Reconquista is in a fierce progress. The Battle of Las Navas de Tolosa, in which United Christian forces destroyed the superior and intimidating Almohad army, marked the turnaround in the balance of power between Muslims and Christians here. The Kingdom of Castile has just been able to conquer the city of Cordoba and is competing with the other Christian forces of Aragon and Portugal to become the most glorious kingdom in Spain. Since then, the Almohads had been on the back foot, losing Silves and Valencia to traitors, and are struggling to even keep their seat of power. Up in the north, the English have just survived a terribly long struggle for power as well. They drove the French back to their mainland, and new conflicts, especially in the western part of France, are rising again between the two Catholic powerhouses. In the middle of Europe lies the huge Holy Roman Empire, now incorporating even Sicily. Even though a huge power on paper, it still struggles to control the north of Italy. The city-states have united themselves in the Lombard League to oppose control of the emperor. War is about to break out here. The Byzantine Empire was scattered into smaller successor states after the fall of its capital, Constantinople, in 1204. The Latin Empire was founded by the Crusaders to succeed it, but its power was challenged by Bulgaria, the Desporat Epirus, as well as the Empire of Nicaea. Currently, chaos is reigning in this once wealthy and powerful region. Meanwhile, the Middle Eastern factions are facing the seemingly unstoppable Mongol horde, overrunning the Khwarezmian Empire, sacking Nishapur, Merv, and Isfahan in their way. They now stand before Baghdad, threatening the very center of Islamic culture. Will the Ayyubids, the Rum Seljuks, and the Abbasids be able to withstand their flood of horses and arrows, or will they fall, like so many other proud factions did to the Mongol scourge? And that's it, so we're going to go ahead and get into that. Now, I've been a member of the Total War Center since, I'm fairly certain, either 2006 or 2007. I'll have to go. It's been a long time. I've been with them basically since this game came out, and since I found the stainless steel mod, which is actually in its 6.4 version. I think I hopped on when it was still like stainless steel 3.3 or something. I remember they only had Knights Templar, now the Crusader States, or the Regnum Hierosolymitanum. Oh, all the names, by the way, are Latin or in their native language. So, like, the Mongolians, or the Mongol horde, is the Mongolian Izengurin, which I believe translates to the Golden Horde. Byzantines, Basilia ton Romaeon. Anyway, the reason I bring all this up is I put a poll up amongst members in the sub-forum for the SHIP, as it's going to be called. And by one vote, it actually won out for the Holy Roman Empire, or the Imperium Romanum. So we're going to play as them. This map is misleading. Yes, we control all this territory as well, but we also control Sicily and southern Italy. Fortunately, that includes the Reggio di Calabria, which is just a piece of garbage to run. No offense intended towards Italians. The mod makers recommend being on very hard difficulty, so switch that. keep the campaign advice off because we don't want to crash our game. We'll stick with the long victory conditions here. And I know we're all excited to get started here, so let's do this, I guess. Alright. Now, the High campaign starts in 1236 AD. I know if any of y'all have played the original Medieval Total War, it starts in 1205, the year after Constantinople falls and the founding of the Latin Empire in Mara Mara, but that's not the case here. Alright, so let's do our State of the Union, I guess. So we control a lot of what I would call Western Central Europe. Central Europe's like over here for me, really. Tronos, it's pretty similar actually to the starting situation in the original Medieval Total War also. You know, basically all modern day Germany, not Bohemia, a bit of Austria, and not quite what would be the Czech Republic these days, or Slovakia. A little bit of what's now Poland. Territory. These days. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then, like I said, southern Italy, which, as we can tell, is on the verge of revolting. So, one of the things I'm going to do is center my map, and I'm going to go ahead and just make sure a lot of this is automated, because we're rolling with high expenses, high income, which is not great, especially considering this mod is absolutely going to just wreck you for war. So I'm gonna go ahead and start auto-managing just about everything to start. Some of you probably are saying, "Oh, what a cop-out! That's cheap." Part of playing the Holy Roman Empire is the fact that it's hilariously difficult. And you're not wrong, but honestly, I don't want to just suffer for the sake of art here. I mean, I don't want to have to handle all that. That's a lot of work. Plus, I'll spend like every turn, most of the video, just, you know, fixing the dumb stuff. But one of the things we're going to do is we're going to turn off recruitment for most of the cities. Just because otherwise the AI will just absolutely just bankrupt you with building units. Which would be great, you know, if you were actually trying to conquer the world right away. But this game is all about basically being ready for war, not necessarily pursuing it like a rabid dog. And to that end, we're gonna try and do things slightly rationally. And then on occasion, you know, we're gonna get just raffle stomped in an area. Spoiler alert, beware the papacy. They are just complete asshats in this game. What's credential here? Because it's okay. So southern Italy is just a money sink at the start. Like, it's just, they will just bleed you dry. Look at this, 621. This one unit of knights costs more than the city is worth. So we'll probably exterminate that when we conquer it. Hint, it's gonna rebel. Alright, to the next one. Financial. Oh, and you probably noticed there's a lot of towns, less cities in this. That was intended by the mod makers. They just wanted to increase the variance of towns. That way, like when you do conquer a stone city or a fortress, it's a huge deal. And if you're playing, for instance, like a small faction, like say Serbia, way down at the bottom of the map here, yeah, it's a huge deal when you say conquer Adrianople, for instance, or Constantinople in particular, because that's one of the only huge cities in the game. Barry here, I don't know if that's correct pronunciation. That's going to be probably our most important settlement, though, in Italy. Well, besides Palermo. Arlay. Actually, I'm going to keep an eye on Arlay, because I like building this one myself. And this is going to sound crazy, but we're going to do this first. I'm going to, that tax rate, holy smokes. AI governor abusing its power there. Financial. The reason I keep finances, like I said, is the AI will just start building like crazy if you let it automate everything. Well, that's not always a bad thing, you know, if you let them build. You're less likely to be caught off guard, and that's always a huge plus. Like, these guys are gonna rebel. Riot. There's no stopping this train, said Heisenberg. So we're gonna, that's gonna be part of it too, is just dealing with all the, internal bullcrap. We're actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna convert this one to a castle, because we have no castles here otherwise. And whoever can bring professional troops into Italy first is gonna have a really good time. But we're also gonna lower that tax rate so that way you can build quicker. Well, grow quicker, rather. Let's see, change this one. Oh, river ports. This is new building. The public health bonus is going to be huge because that also lowers your descent a little bit. And obviously helps the grow measure. And that's not happening here. Bremen, I don't know why that's set to military. Okay, Frankfurt, we're going to hold on. We're going to build on Frankfurt ourselves. But notice our Kaiser here, our Emperor, King, depends on your time, or Caesar. Yes, but not a lot of authority, and that's not good. And I'll explain that when we get to it, but it ties into the usurper system and the Civil War dynamic. And both of those can be absolutely huge problems, especially for a faction as big as the Holy Roman Empire. So we have a couple more to go through. Nope, I think we're good. So yeah, this first turn is not going to be particularly entertaining. We could gather an army out of... I know it's Cologne now, and I have no idea how to say it now, so I'm just going to go, Cologne? My German's not the best. But we could go up there, take Utrecht, conquer the Netherlands, Friesland, but we're not going to do that right now. These first few turns are all about solidifying our power and not trying to overextend ourselves more than we are already.
An order, mein Kaiser.
But we're going to try and, you know,
Kaiser.
Not piss off the Pope right away.
The Reich, Kaiser.
Oh, I'm probably going to swear a lot during this. This game can be absolutely infuriating at times, and that's from the evil Pope, who I'm just going to call Devil Pope when he's not being cool. Much to the chagrin of all my Catholic viewers, all 18 of you.
We have reached an agreement. It would seem you are very reasonable.
The idea here is the Pope is really aggressive in this game. He will absolutely excommunicate you on the same turn he attacks you. I mean, just straight up, you'll be good, but he'll be like, it's time for me to expand. And he will excommunicate you and attack you. And the order of the messages is, in fact, excommunication first. You don't even have to be at war with another Catholic faction. He will just straight up wreck your shit. But that's okay. We're gonna deal with that. I think part of the fun in this game is absolutely laughing at the Pope's stupidity sometimes. I'm going to hell for this. I just know I am.
Yeah, on my way.
But see, they're pretty weak right now, actually.
You, but not serve you, Lord.
But if we were to conquer Rome, enjoy the perpetual excommunication and crusades. Fans of the original medieval Total War probably remember this. There was no holding that. 140% loyalty? No, that's not good for you. That's not good enough. Anyway, so that's our internal situation. Externally, We're gonna have to worry about the Danes, though they will be busy with the Norwegians as well. The French are actually not usually a problem for me when I play this. Hungarians, not a problem. Polish can be a problem. I've never particularly had a problem with them. No, our big gripe though are these folks right here. The Pisans. They will absolutely just ruin everything along with the papacy.
Jenner's still home. There's no room in the driveway.
Occasionally there will be problems with Venetians. Never really had that issue though. I don't think we have to annihilate. Yeah, we don't have to annihilate any factions. That's my girlfriend's dog, Maddie. She barks at everything. She's a little mini dachshund. She's adorable, but she is a nuisance sometimes. But you know, we love her. There's a couple other dogs here, but we'll introduce them, you know, as they make their appearances. And that's my girlfriend coughing. You'll hear her every now and then. She'll either cough or she'll offer some sarcastic commentary at my expense.
Just so you know, Kyle and Kayla are going to be here in a few minutes, and I have to help them unload the Jeep.
Yep. So I'm actually probably going to cut this episode short. To make up for it, though, I will make sure to get a battle going. That's just the State of the Union. Our first turn. So let's go ahead and roll with it, though. And you'll notice there's going to be a bunch more factions, and all of them, as I said before, are in their historically correct names for the time.
I bring word from my people.
We're going to see if we can get the Polish to...
We shall not soon forget this. This is wonderful.
There's no guarantee on that, but
continue with your
we can hope. See, very generous offer.
Your proposal is most worthy.
This is excellent. Can I push my luck, though?
We welcome your further good reason.
Nope, I'm not going to try it.
Goodbye. We look
Rest of this
forward
turn
to
play
our
out, and we'll
next
check the
meeting.
messages at the start. And that was Kingdom of Georgia there. No sense to any viewers. We're going to go ahead and marry off these folks.
You know when you point the screen, they can't see it.
Oh, I know they can't see when I point with my finger, Jess. Oh, my girlfriend's name is Jessie, by the way. So yeah. Alright, we got our first mission. Not too soon, not too late. Olomouc, I think, is in Slovakia nowadays. Maybe it's the Czech Republic, I'm not sure. But we will go ahead and get that. Free military units isn't bad. Ratio to Calabria is being just a gigantic pain. That's all it is. Just one massive pain. Oh, and here's why. It's good population. Nothing too crazy there. Oh, look at that. 1,500 taxes alone. It's another 8, so that's 2,300. But corruption is 2,100. Sure, that's ridiculous. Like, it's insane. Just exterminate the settlement. And we're the largest faction, much through my hard work. Faction announcements. A lot of this is just guys getting titles, provinces, and whatnot. Yay! Trained units. This is. And then a couple of alliance changes. It can be a problem sometimes, not all the time, but it can be. And then marriage celebrations. Alrighty, and with that, we're gonna end up our first episode. Next episode, I promise we'll get some action going, whether that's us getting hilariously beaten somewhere, or some sort of internal division that necessitates us exterminate a city of not so loyal Germans. Well, we'll find out then. Anyway, this is Elderwood signing off.